Yeah.
Yes.
You thanked people who did fan fiction. How many people in this room have done fan fiction?
I had no idea there's so many adjectives to describe my butt. So thank you.
We try, Chris. We try.
The store ass.
I thought I was a writer, but no. So how's this week been for you? This is premiere week. You guys had a big premiere. Was it Sunday? The big LA premiere. How was that?
It was great. There's been so many hurdles for this whole movie. The first was the Tribeca Film Festival, and then the book came out, and then the VOD came out, and the premiere, and now finally here it's D-Day.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really long roller coaster ride. So I think I'm just kind of taking it 1 minute at a time.
How many times have you seen Struck by Lightning now?
I'd say less than 100. Definitely more than 50.
Okay. Is that the most times you've viewed a movie before, or like are there other movies that sort of come to that level?
Oh.
Because like I've seen The Goonies probably like 500 times.
I've probably seen like Stardust like a million times. So. Yeah.
Well, I wonder, okay, so in the movie, Carson, there's this moment where he talks about the first time he really wrote and like loved writing, and it feels like being struck by lightning. When was that moment for you?
Oh, probably when I was like in middle school, I'd say. But it was more of an annoyance though. I was like, God, these thoughts are in my head, and I gotta get them out. It's so annoying, and there's no way to get them out except for paper. But then I made it a little bit like later.
Computer?
Computer? I don't even have
How
a
old
computer
are
right
you?
now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't have one. I didn't have a computer when I was 12.
Okay. But so, I mean, what was that? Was the first time? Did you want to do sort of a creative writing? Was it Struck by Lightning? I mean, what was your first sort of? Do you remember your first like sort of writing experience, like where you just really wanted to get it out?
Yeah, it was. I think it was The Land of Stories. Was the first one, and then it kind of was always adventures that I wanted to have as a kid. Is what I wanted to write, and I told myself if I wrote actually I think even The Land of Stories it was kind of like this, but I always told myself if I wrote it and it became a movie, then I could play the kid in the movie, and I could actually have the adventures. So that was my thinking process, right?
You can still kind of play the kid. You have a very statement. You're moisturizing well.
Very well.
That's important. I want to moisturize. You weirdly, like for how young you are, you write middle-aged women very well. Like I was watching the movie again, I was like, wow, you write Allison Janney real well.
Thanks.
Like, why do you?
Also.
Oh, thank you. Also, yeah, I mean, I think about my spirit animal is like a grassy old broad, so that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
McGonagall.
McGonagall, yeah.
Did you, when you were writing, when you had first written the script, did you ask Ryan Murphy or Brad or Ian? Did you ask anyone for kind of advice or guidance?
Not at all. Nothing. No, I'm always afraid because the business can be really, really tricky. So I never asked any advice or from anyone because I was always afraid that if I asked for advice, they would think I was trying to ask something from them. So I didn't want that. So I tried to kind of learn as I went.
Yeah. And how many drafts did you go through for this? Like, do you remember?
I think at the most 3. I mean,
Wow.
and it really wasn't. I mean, the first draft was 150 pages. It was a long movie, a long, sarcastic movie.
It was like The Hobbit.
It was like The Hobbit, right? Oh God, we all had that. And then of course I had to shorten it down, and then I shortened it down to a 90-page script, which is what is acceptable.
Looking at this now, and going through this whole experience, do you prefer one thing or the other? Like, do you like acting more? Have you liked the writing process? Do you like writing books? I mean, does one thing, kind of trump the other ones?
I think I could never pick a favorite, but I certainly love writing something and then portraying it. I think that's because as an actor, you know the character fully. You know what's in his pockets. You know what he had for breakfast. If you want to go that far. But yeah, I really love having that certainty when you're on set.
And you've already written your next screenplay, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about an asylum?
It is, yes.
But it's not like American Horror Story.
No, thank God, too, because I wrote it quite a while ago, so I was terrified people would make a comparison.
So Ryan Murphy's stealing ideas from you?
No. I would be your guy, so you can steal. He didn't. No, but no, it's more historical than horror. I would say.
Tell us the title.
Very aggressive. What is the title?
can't.
Okay.
I will say this. The whole movie is based on an old Carl Jung quote, and the title's in the quote.
Oh, you're so smart.
Gotta look it up now.
Let's talk about Rebel Wilson, obviously, is in this movie. And she's so great in it. And you guys got her, way before she kind of like blew. I mean, before Pitch Perfect. I think even maybe right after Bridesmaids, like before she. Before.
Bridesmaids was the only thing to my knowledge that she had done, and she got cast 14 hours before she started shooting. And she really was the miracle of the movie. And we were joking because she left Strickland and go to Florida to film Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
So she was making all kinds of we were making like show fire jokes and all that on set.
Yeah. I mean, who are you more like, or maybe you're not like either of them, Kurt or Carson, or is there like maybe a combo? I mean, is there?
Probably somewhere in the middle, I'd say.
Okay.
I think I'm not quite as fancy as Kurt.
Okay.
But I'm not.
Brooches, no man brooches.
No, definitely not. No. But I'm not quite as aggressive as Carson.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm somewhere in the middle, I'd say.
Okay. What character besides Carson did you most enjoy writing for?
Ooh. Probably Cheryl. Yeah. I just thought they're just so opposite. Like he was so stuck in the future, and she was so stuck in the past.
Yeah.
And I especially love the scenes when they're together. Like I love that dinner
Yeah.
scene. That's my favorite.